First of all, thank you for reading my book. Second of all, thank you for liking it. Third of all, thank you for letting me know that you liked it. I appreciate that. And thank you for volunteering to take a few moments to talk a little bit about it.
As a gay man, your life has been very different from mine. And I really didn't know much about that. I didn't know that you were, at the forefront of all these things and all of your various, activities as an activist and so forth. And I didn't know any of that. Obviously, I knew about a lot of your theatrical work. And I knew you had a sense of humor, but maybe not to that extent. I'd never really read much of your writing. I think I read one of your plays once, but I enjoyed your outlook on life, the way that you express things, and with your sense of humor, and
then I said that we're only 2 weeks apart, living in the same basic area with interests in theater, and yet our lives have been so completely different. I grew up, went to high school, went to college, got married, had kids, the career, the whole thing, and then to read about the journey that you had to make. I mentioned that the idea of getting thrown out of your house, out of your home by your parents, is horrifying to me. I can't imagine that people doing that to a child, to a person. And how your resilience in rising above that, and having this wonderful life and this very colorful life, it's very amazing. I feel I'm sort of in a staid little box, and you're out there having fun out there.
Do you feel that really?
A little bit, yeah. I mean, you've done things that I would never have thought to do, but.
Well, I've led a bit more of an adventurous life, but my impression about you was your life made my life look like a piece of cake.
Yeah, I agree.
In a good way or a bad way?
But about you, Bob, the thing that impressed me so much about your book was, of course, the activism and everything, but you said that you didn't feel you had courage, but then you did courageous things in the gay pride movement and all that. And that really impressed me because, of course, I was marching against the war and marching for feminism and equality, against racism and stuff. But I don't consider myself a very courageous person either, but you did courageous things. That impressed me.
So one of the things that I talk about in the book are, I would call them influences. Certainly it started out as somebody asked me to explain the Beatles to them, and I did that. I talk a lot about Alfred Hitchcock from the point of view of liking his films and learning a lot about film directing and learning a lot about stage directing. I talk about Alan Watts as a philosopher whose writing on ecumenical religion was important to me. I talk about Oscar Wilde. Obviously, I read the biography at a time when I had no idea what it was I was feeling, and a light bulb went on.
Some of the people who influenced you have influenced me, Bob. Not really as certainly in terms of cultural touchstones. The Beatles were, I pretty much ignored them when they first came on the scene. I couldn't stand them when I was in junior high school, and then I think, as you said to me, they matured. When I was sort of reintroduced to them by a friend in high school, when I was a senior in high school, and he sat me down when I was at his house once and put the Sgt. Pepper LP on, and now you have to explain to people what an LP is,
Good.
And actually, we had a conversation recently. I told you I had been in the same line. I told you I had been to a dance, and they suggested to people that they could wear clothing from different eras. And this young lady, who was about 40, this Asian American woman I was dancing with, she was wearing a tie-dye. And I said, "Nice threads." And she said, "What?" She had absolutely no idea what I was talking about.
A poodle skirt.
Did you wear them?
Of course.
Did you?
Loved it. Mine was, I had a pink poodle on mine.
Yes. Okay. Do you think kids today, if you said saddle shoes,
No,
they wouldn't know what that is?
no,
Okay.
no.
Along the lines of LP and 45s and dial tone,
Let's not
And-
forget floppy disk.
floppy disks.
I was thinking about the fact that my mother, she did, I don't know, most of the shopping, and she would take me to the market with her, and she would drop me off in front of the book section. There would be little, they would have these little, golden books or whatever they were. And she'd just leave me there for the whole 45 minutes or hour or whatever it was that she was in the market, and then come back and collect me when she was finished with her shopping. The idea that a parent could do that, could just leave a 5-6-year-old kid, sitting there in front of the books for half an hour, 45 minutes, an hour, without worrying about them, it's just that'd be absolutely unheard of,
But I hope I see you all sometime soon, and I appreciate you doing this.
Our pleasure.
Good luck on everything, Bob.
Like,
I'll let you know. I'll keep you posted.